Good afternoon. I'm now going to call the Wednesday, June 17th, 2026 meeting of the Norfolk County Commission to order. Welcome. I'm going to ask everyone to join me in saluting the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call. Commissioner Stady.
I'm here.
Commissioner Collins.
President, Joe, do you want me to read the executive order stuff? I can do that.
Sure.
Okay. Pursuant to the executive order on remote participation on March 28, 2025, Governor Healy signed into law House Bill 62, an act relative to extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency, which includes a 2-year extension of the option for public bodies to hold remote meetings by suspending certain provisions of the meeting law, Master Law, Chapter 38, Sections 18 through 25. That action was effective immediately, extending the current option for remote meetings through June 30th, 2027. Votes may be taken on any of the items listed on the agenda. So, thank you. Thank you, Joe. So we've done the roll call. So at this time, I'd like to make a motion to go into executive session. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. I make a motion we go into executive session pursuant to Master Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21, Subsection A, Subsection 3, to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining or litigation if an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining or litigating position of the public body, then the chair so declares.
I second that.
And we will be returning to
Roll call vote.
complete our regular agenda after. Roll call vote. Commissioner Collins.
Yes.
Commissioner Stady.
Yes, sir.
Commissioner Shea votes yes. So we're in executive session. Okay, we're back into session. Thank you. At our regularly scheduled meeting of June 17th. We're now going to move to item number 4, minutes of the open session meeting of May 21, 2026 for approval.
Through you, Mr. Chair, the staff member who prepares those has been ill the last few days, unfortunately, so we would ask you to table them again.
Will we table the minutes approval for May 21 to the next meeting?
Second.
Motion made and second to table the minutes for the open session meeting of May 21st, 2026. All in favor?
Aye.
That's postponed. Number 5, appointments. Introduction of Paul Alley, new county electrician.
Sure.
Hello, Paul.
Paul, sit down, please.
And we're getting a big seat there, Paul. Welcome. We just wanted to put a name with a face and say hello. And see if you have any questions. I know that who was the electrician before you?
Chick.
What?
Chick.
Oh, what?
Huh?
Mike Osman.
Yeah, Mike.
Oh,
Mike was
okay.
nice.
I'm sorry, Mike who?
Osman?
Yeah, Mike was great.
That was his name?
Yeah. Osman.
Okay. And that's all. I'll say hello and hope you stay here for 35 years.
Hopefully, I plan it.
You never know.
Excellent. We're very good to have you, and it's a lot of work to be done for sure.
I'm happy to be here.
Where you from?
From Quincy.
Oh, great.
I
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
I
kidding.
thought I knew him when he's
I'm
in, but
kidding.
I don't. That's okay. You still live in Quincy?
live in Weymouth now.
Oh, you
Right
live
off
in
the bridge.
That's acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as good as Quincy, but it's close by.
Did you work for a company or do your own thing? Or?
I used to work for a company, but not anymore. Just here.
Yes. Good. How'd you find out about us? Just saw it?
Indeed.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he playing my son, my son's all over Indeed.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. Good. Well, you got big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
But you got a guy actually who knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
You always can lean on him. That's good. And hopefully, with a little bit of luck too, we're going to have some charging stations eventually, and other things will take place. So we're going to keep you busy.
Yeah, that'll be
You
fun.
know, it'll be kind of fun. Very good for you. You know.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Mhm.
Good.
Excellent.
Okay, any other questions of Paul?
No.
Did we do
Need a
the
motion
paperwork,
to
or is that last
appoint?
week?
Need a motion to appoint?
I believe we were last week.
We got
Last week. All right. Good luck, man.
Last week.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
All right.
Mr. Chairman, while we're here, we also, in fine form and dress, we have our new assistant, director of maintenance, longtime employee. You want to come up
Okay, this is easy. Come on up. I don't have to say welcome to you. How long have you been here?
Almost 40 years.
Wow. Wow. Fantastic.
That's a long time.
What's it now? You're like 15 years old, 10 years old?
18, but I actually worked 2 temporary summers when I was 14 and 16. Yeah.
Wow. Good for you.
Right.
Nice.
Right.
We're very proud of Mr. Finetti, Mr. Chairman, and for his long multi-generational family career here at the county and the tremendous amount of institutional knowledge he brings to the position. He already works some in the evenings, generally. So it's wonderful to have him here to acknowledge your continued movement through the cursus honorum of positions in the maintenance department.
You're going to assume the role that John did.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is good. And that'll be a help for you now, finally, right? Yeah, you look a little tired today. You need a little help. No, that'll be good. That'll be great. That'll be great.
Paperwork been gone through.
You'll prove it in a few minutes.
Oh, it's on the, okay, great.
It's like all over.
Item 9.
Oh, just say it.
You don't,
That's like-
you don't have to stay around for item
Hey,
9.
here we
Yeah,
go. Get me out of
Here
9.
we go. Item 8. Personnel matter.
There we go. Okay. Thank you. All right.
Thanks so much.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity.
Good luck, man. We'll be
Thanks
talking.
for having faith in me to do the job.
Yeah.
Okay, good luck. Thank you, Commissioner.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Hey,
I'm
man.
gonna stay for you.
You
Paul,
want a motion on that?
take a motion on
We just got him
this.
out of here.
Hey, it's-
No.
he didn't say what I had. It's jumping all over the place.
So now we're in item 6.
No, we're on item number 5, Joe.
We missed public.
We introduced, okay.
Number 6. Public comment.
Item number 6 is public comment. Each week we have a public comment section for anyone who wants to come in and say hello or has a question, whether it is on the Zoom or in person. You're not aware of anyone in person here?
Chairman.
Okay. Is there anyone out in Zoom land who would like to make any comments today relative to agenda items in Norfolk County? Last call on,
Excuse me, I don't know if I'm on the agenda or not. This is regarding the EV charging. You guys invited
You
me
are.
back?
yes, you are.
That's not the public comment, right?
Right.
You're
Okay.
Not
right.
under
You're coming
public
up.
comment, no, but
You're coming up.
you're coming right up.
Okay, I'm here. I'm ready for you guys. Whenever you're ready for me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very good. Last call on public comment. Old business, I have none.
Yes.
Actually, we do. Old business was
Next page.
A.
We have 2 items, Mr. Chairman.
I'm sorry.
If you'd like,
Oh,
electric
it
vehicle
goes-
charging.
Okay, I'm
We
sorry.
said he's
Speaking of
coming up.
which,
He's coming up now.
Matthew, electric charging, yeah, so.
Okay. This is 7A. Electric vehicle charging station presentation. EV charger installation project for proposal has been before us once or twice. I believe the last time these folks were in, and you can correct me if, when you get started, if I'm wrong, is they went off to the state to double check and
And now we have additional proposal, which I think
now
Mr.
we have both.
Petalman is here to present to you.
Okay, sir, what's your name?
Good afternoon, folks. This is Matthew Tuttleman. How are you today?
Great, Matthew.
So thank you all again for having me back. Last time I was here, I was really just brought in to discuss some of the delays that had presented themselves in regard to a series of proposals that the commissioners had already approved to deploy EV charging infrastructure at 6 locations throughout Norfolk County. We received your approval during that conversation for us to go back and refresh those proposals because they had subsequently needed to be refreshed because of incentives potentially changing. We were able to go back to the well, cross-reference the available incentives, and are pleased to report back to the county that all 6 locations can still be provided to the county at the same zero capital expense offering originally discussed, originally presented, originally approved. So now we're basically just back again. I had forwarded along those 6 revised proposals and now just need your formal approval for us to re-engage those efforts. The one comment I would like to make is on the one proposal for Stoughton District, which was the first of the 6 email attachments I sent you. I did identify immediately prior to this meeting one small typographical error that I would like to bring to your attention. So in that proposal for Stoughton District, on page 2 of that proposal, it states that we would be providing one dual port level 2 Autel 50 amp AC smart charging station. That is the correct amount. Where the error is 4 bullets below that, it says station covers 8 EV parking spaces. That should say 2 because this is only one dual port station. Other than that, we welcome any questions that the commissioners have in regard to the revised proposals.
Refresh my memory or our memory, please. Is when we last met and your associate was with you too. What was the reason he had to go back to the state? Can you restate it? Because I had seen him socially one time. Actually, he was in Canton with Richard, and he brought it up that he was, I don't know, he wasn't critical of the state, nor us, of course.
Not of you guys, of course not.
He was like spinning his wheels. That's probably 6 months ago. What was the real actual reason we were held up? Did the state say we're not ready or something? Or what did?
Yeah, the subsidies from the market fell into 2 categories. Some of it was provided by the utilities in what I think is classified as make ready, right? That's kind of the infrastructure piece. And then the other piece was from an organization within DEP known as Mass EVIP. And they were the keepers of the funds, which if we really go back in time, I think some of those funds were provided to the Commonwealth under the Volkswagen Dieselgate scandal from a decade plus ago. The process of EVIP and that team was the holdup, and that holdup was even being recognized by the utilities. And at some point, the utilities actually took over the front loading of the application process for Mass EVIP. Unfortunately, it does feel a little bit like a cat chasing its tail. But at the end of the day, we have new guidance in regard to our ability to access public funds to provide them. And, we're just trying to fulfill the original offering and the original commitment that the county had signed up for. And to do that at zero capital expenditure to the county.
Rich, Commissioner.
Mr. Chairman, for you to Matthew. So it appears that each site except for Brookline's gonna get two charges. Am I right? Am I reading that right?
Let me double check that, but I think that that's right. You've got, for Stoughton District, you've got one dual port charger. For, hold on one second, for Registry of Deeds Dedham, you have one dual port charger. For Brookline District Court, there are three dual port chargers.
Right.
Right, and then one and one and one. Yeah, except for, you are correct. Except for Brookline, every location would get one dual port, so two heads, two plugs, charger.
Okay, so I know this is the beginning, it's a start, and not everyone has electric cars yet, but it's going to be in the future.
Mhm.
I mean, if we were to go in that direction, are we able to apply again for additional charges if you know that? And how long would you have to wait to apply again? I'm sure we want to get these in, but how, if we want to get a couple more, what would be the downtime?
Yeah, that's a great question, sir. I don't officially know the answer to that. All of the public funds have been made available on a first come, first serve basis. I think some of the dilemma that we had originally seen from Mass EVIP is we had proposed trying to make some of the locations ready for future additional charging, and the Mass EVIP framework did not allow for that. So that's why we got back to the basics where we're at. But I would assume, although my eighth grade English teacher told me never to do that because we can spell that out. But I would assume that after the current cycle of program funding, if there is still more funding made available, that we can inquire for additional subsidies to the market. And if that is available, we would be more than happy to provide those services for the county.
Okay, last question, if I may. What, assuming we move forward, what kind of timetable we're looking at where we might actually see these here at Norfolk County?
Yeah,
Is that the fall or next spring?
that is the most important question, right? Because the county has clearly made commitments to providing these resources to the community, and unfortunately, the wheels of government have ground it to a near halt. I don't want to be overly optimistic, because in setting overly optimistic expectations, I would probably be setting them too high and letting you all down. We have been led to believe that it should be a 8 to at lengthily 12-week cycle after we get approval from the utility. So there's really two steps. It's the approval first and then the deployment. But I think that your goals of being online in September, shortly after Labor Day, is a semi-realistic goal. And in 2026 for sure. But shortly after Labor Day is a pretty realistic goal.
Okay, thank you. I'm just checking this. I thought we had talked about, stay tuned, also putting some for Dedham District Court behind our own parking lot.
I thought there was a number.
I don't see
I
that.
thought we,
It's
I see Stoughton District.
I got Registry of Deeds Dedham.
Right, that's a separate building.
Okay. Well,
Was it you meant by that?
that might have just been an oversight in our providing them
I
back
think
to
you
you.
said at the
What
time,
I will do is I will go back
Rich should
to.
take care of the Dedham Court too, but
Well, no, I thought we were gonna have
Yeah.
a couple back where the parking lot is for the other parking lot we have. Did
You
we
mean the
talk?
parking lot?
Right.
The bids do?
Yeah,
I'm only asking. If
Yeah,
that-
no,
I
that's a
thought
good question.
the original proposal, I thought included a couple there or one there, one port for 2 cars there,
Yep.
as
Let
well
me
as registry of deeds.
give me 30 seconds to see if I can get a response from our project
Yes.
manager.
Yeah, no problem.
That's a good point.
I think we are
Especially when
losing.
we're
Yeah.
doing it this
Right.
year.
Yeah, I just caught it. That's all.
We are losing a couple of spaces over there that when the lot becomes more compliant.
Okay.
When we do the striping, it's, as you know, we all park there a
Mhm.
lot. So the
Really good
engineering design,
questions.
is such that we're probably gonna shed 1 to 2 spaces.
Well, I don't want to hold this up. I'm only asking. I'm not looking to hold things up. But I thought the original thing, we did include something there.
I think
as
that,
well as the
that
registry.
predated the effort to redo
Okay.
the district court lot.
Okay, let's just wait one moment to see if I can get a response. I do have I have a hard stop at 2 p.m. for another meeting.
Okay.
So we'll do what, please.
Can we, we're following whatever Robert's rules are in regard to your process. Respectfully, if you guys can make a decision on the 6 proposals that I have provided, and I can provide an update via email regarding the Dedham District Court as soon as I have it.
That's fine.
Certainly no room in the back of the district court.
Okay. So let's just let it
See,
go.
we gotta be,
So Matt, you're asking us to move forward on this today to get this thing going, if we're ready.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind waiting 1 week on this, Richard. I just want to look it over a little more. I want to talk to the county.
right,
director.
and without opening Pandora's box, shouldn't we send this to Patrick or some engineering people to take a look at? I'm absolutely supportive. I'm absolutely gonna vote for it. I think it's coming. It's had fits and starts, but,
1 week.
All right, Matthew, did you check with our director of maintenance as far as locations in terms of where the places from before? I thought we'd already gone through this already. Like,
Yeah, we've done copious diligence on each site's location. So from that, I will double check though, whatever is requested of us, we are more than happy to take those requests, bring them back to the development team, and provide you with any answers that we have the answers for. And if we don't have the answers for them, we will go get the answers.
right, so
Just 1 week.
seems like the
Okay.
board might want to table it for a week, give you time to just to touch base with our director of maintenance.
Okay.
And just to make sure the sites are okay, the connections are okay. I
Yep.
know it's a carbon copy of what we did before, but
No
just to make sure,
worries.
all
Who
right?
is the director of maintenance?
Trick Cushing, we'll connect you to via.
We'll connect you, we'll get the information to you,
Okay.
all right?
I did get a response on the Dedham Court. He states, or rather asks, I believe that's also the Ames Street lot. Is that correct?
No, that's a
No.
different lot.
No, a
No?
different law. Yeah, it's a
Okay.
different law, it
So,
is.
so if you
It is.
can have maintenance follow up with me with the questions,
We will.
as well as the specifics about the additional site, then we will respond to that and hopefully be prepared for next week. And if not, the week thereafter.
Okay,
Excellent.
good job, really, good job.
Thank
I
you
know
very
you-
much. Thank you all for
Okay.
your time and for your
All right,
service.
thanks. Good job, thank you.
Thank you.
All
Have a
right,
wonderful day.
we need a motion on this table for next week?
I'll get a motion on the table. for
Go
next
ahead.
week.
Motion, table this at least a week,
Yeah.
1 week.
I made the motion, Richard. You want a second?
Sure, motion to table EVS next week. I'll second, yep,
All in favor?
all right.
All right, that's fine. I think,
We'll
okay.
connect him to Chip, right?
Yeah, it's a good, yeah.
Number 8, personnel matters for consideration.
No, we have, you're still under old business, Joe, under item K,
Technology.
fund request for the IBM
Oh,
server.
I'm sorry.
Sam,
How could I-
Sam had given us
I'm
information on that
sorry.
before.
All right, that's fine. All right, Sam, come on up. This is the technology fund request for IBM server. Sam Evans, CIO, and William O'Donnell, Registry of Deeds. We will bring Bill up. Do we do everything at once? Yeah, we got room to put Bill down the end? Or do you wanna?
Well, I'm gonna, all I'm
All right.
doing, thank you, commissioners, is
All
just,
right, we're gonna, Sam will kick it off.
we haven't talked about this for a couple of months, I think it is, so I just wanted to refresh the series of events. And then the register will, I think the register and you have some stuff to discuss. So we talked about this same timeline back in April. So we became aware in the summer of 2025 that the existing IBM Power 9 server was going to hit what IBM calls an end of service date at the end of January of 2026. So what this end of service date is and this is in a memo. I think you had a copy in April. You may have been given another copy of this memo. It looks like this in your packet. What the end of service date is that they stop supplying, they stop making new parts for it. They don't do any more code changes for it. And it's kind of like an early warning. Lots of companies stay on these servers past the end date. In fact, Brown Tech has been on an even older server for longer. They just upgraded to a new server this past weekend. But when you get this notice of this kind of thing, you have to begin preparing for it. So we started to do research into what we should recommend for a change to the server. And the primary thing we were working on, I was told by Dan, and found some information in our file servers, that the last time the server was upgraded to its current Power 9, the then CIO Jim Limby, who was really good at IBM stuff, we had a Power 7 in place, but instead of going up one to the Power 8, he recommended going to a Power 9, so jumping up a couple, so that we would have a longer time with a more powerful server. So we were checking into that sort of thing. Should we do the same thing? So we talked to a whole bunch of IBM people at IBM itself, and then also people who had helped Jim and Dan at that time make the decisions, and got a whole bunch of stuff. So we were able to send a memo to Registrar O'Donnell and Senior Registry Management in the beginning of January, just outlining the situation. In the course of the next couple of months, I sent a couple of supplementary memos to the Register discussing some things, which one of them included, unfortunately, the fact that IBM, as were most technology manufacturers, was changing the prices due to memory. So all of this AI push has made all memory on all computers go up and up and up. So the Register got back to us in March, saying that he was going through the memos now. He had been very busy responding to requests from the counties, and this is from what he said, the county's attorney. So then there was some back and forth again on pricing. The commissioners had asked if the money could be taken from the Register's technology fund. There was some back and forth. You all were involved in this about where the money should come from. The Register said that it could come from the county budget process or from deeds excise. When the suggestion was made to take it from the tech fund, First Assistant Registrar Marguerite, who was here, said that it takes a while to request things from the tech fund. So that if it was a matter of making things happen quickly, that might not be the best way to go. So that's the very high level timeline of what had happened. I do need to say that we just found out a few weeks ago that IBM has another price increase plan in July. And even though I've been asking, I have not been able to get the price increase specifications yet. So the amount that we had asked for, that we'd estimated after we heard that there was a price increase in March, we said, all right, well, let's take the maximum price increase to make this estimate for you. It may go up from there. We just don't know yet. So again, the primary problem that we face now is that there are plenty of people who stay on an IBM server well past its end of service date. But what the issue is that the longer you go, the more risk you take. Is it a high risk? No one can know. If something goes wrong with IBM, we have paid for maintenance. We renewed our maintenance on May 23rd or 24th. I can't remember which of those 2 days it actually goes in, and we're covered for at least a year. But if something goes wrong, we're whatever it is now, 5 months over the end of service date, we should be able to find a part, say, but they're just not making new parts. So we'd have to find out where's a part we could get. We can get service on the thing, but it's the longer the time goes, the harder it could be to get the IBM repair. So it's just an issue of time. So, if there's any questions I can answer for the commissioners, I'm happy to do so.
I got a question. So,
Commissioner Cohen.
so Sam, we're in that IBM 9, right? 4 to 7, now we have 9. So what number are they pushing out now as their latest and greatest?
So the IBM 11, Power 11 is what we have recommended. So
And that's what we're recommending with
Yeah.
this upgrade.
to follow the same path that Jim Limby had said. And we don't want to go to the IBM Power 10,
Because
which is what Brown Tech
we want
has
to
gone to.
skip it.
We want to go on, and we waited a little while to make sure that the Power 11 was a good, viable platform that lots of people had gone onto. We checked with Brown Tech. They have no problem with their code being on the Power 11. Even though they went to a Power 10, they said it's not a problem to go to Power 11. So we waited a little while. That's why, even though we were looking in the summer, we waited a few more months to make sure that everything was good. We were checking with IBM experts and IBM itself to make sure that that was a viable suggestion.
Okay.
So we want to do that so that it lasts longer. So we had the Power 9 for 8-ish years,
Wow.
7 or 8 years. We want to have that Power 11 for a significantly long time like that as well.
Okay, great.
That was my question. Is this 7, 8 years the life of this usually?
Well, I mean, it all depends on what you use it for. We don't, what the registry uses the IBM for. The IBM is a tremendous system for handling documents and having lots of them and being able to get them real fast. It's really good at that. And that's what Brown Tech and that's what the registry needs, is a system that can handle lots and lots of documents, millions of documents, and get them real fast. So the IBM does that, and the IBM Power 11 and Power Series is a great server for that. So being able to have that for that long, we don't run other things on it. Well, we could, but we don't. So yeah, it'll have a long series, long time if we get that machine.
Okay, and how long has this existed? How long has this? I'm looking at the act creating it. Chapter 36, section 41, and this other one here about part 1, title 3, chapter 29. And there's no date on it. I mean, how I've heard, I've heard this term because from the recent past. How long has this been around? The technology fund, I mean.
I don't know enough about it to answer that, but I'm sure the registrar Marguerite could tell you about it.
The date on here. Let me see.
This is from the,
Hmm?
that's just from the MGO.
Yeah, that's from.
This is the
that's from
summary, right? Sure, the whole not a subject that would I normally would not read this
Yeah.
as a layman. However, I did read this and I've kept caught up with all our memos back and forth.
Mr. Chairman, may I ask Sam?
Go ahead, Richard.
Through you, of course, through the chair, what was the last time like this was done? Like,
Did an upgrade,
yeah, of course,
2019.
2019. Okay.
That's when they went from
Oh,
the
wow.
7 to the 9.
Okay. So it's been like 7 years.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
7, 8, yep.
Okay.
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 That's a good.
So you're not doing it every year. It's-
No.
it's-
These are big machines. They don't need to be replaced that long. And again, it's because Jim had decided we're not going to go from the 7 to the 8. We're going to go to the 9. You got a longer lifespan out of it. So we think that's a good approach.
So conceivably, it's possible that if we did the upgrade, it could be good for another, say, 4 years.
It should be longer. Yeah.
Could be longer. Okay.
There's another option which we've started to look into. Instead of having a server in the data center, you can use the cloud. But we haven't done enough research on that to propose that yet. And there's advantages to that, but there's disadvantages. Conceptually, there might be more advantages, but it's more expensive, and we're not ready to propose that yet.
Okay.
But these IBM machines are top of the line. This is, you don't get for what the registry needs and what the registry does, there's no better server than an IBM machine.
Is it competitors that do the exact same thing?
There are, excuse me, there are servers and competitors that can handle documents, but the IBM has decades and decades of experience doing this. The support is there. There is no better program out there right now that's as optimized as Brown Tech, and Brown Tech runs on IBM. So this is the right way to go.
You're the expert.
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions of Sam? You don't register.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
Come on up, Sam, don't leave.
Oh,
Oh, actually,
You want to? I'm ready to look at the.
That's fine. Thank you.
And that Bill goes, was three of us in the room, right?
Did you read it
Oh, it's my,
before?
He said it softly, I heard him.
oh, okay. It's my, well, I appreciate the invitation over. And from my perspective, we certainly have a problem. I think it's a pretty serious problem, and it needs some urgency in fixing the problem. Part of being over here, the registry wants to work to fix the problem, crisis. I call it a crisis because, I heard it outlined. But I want to be clear, when the registry had their own registry IT department, and it was a direct report, and, we know what happened to that. It never got to a point that we reached an end of service state. Upgrades were always done timely. We never reached an end of service state. And that to me, we got to solve the problem, but I'm trying to understand, how it got to be an end of service state, because it's never happened, certainly during my tenure. And I don't recall it ever happening under Paul Harold or Barry Hand's tenure as registers. So, through the chair, I have a question, like, how did we get to the end of service state? Because my understanding is that, the Deputy County Chief Information Officer, Dan Caparata, monitors licensing agreements and maintenance operations, the dates and things like this. Again, we don't have as great communication as I think we should, or at least how we had it when there was a direct report registry IT department. But how was this, if these dates are being monitored, how did this end of service state to the IBM server come about?
I don't know how to turn my phone on, so you're looking for my guy.
At least you're honest about it, Peter. No, it's
Yeah, can you understand?
Yes, I do. So this particular end of service date was a little bit buried by IBM. So it didn't come out through the normal channels, and we found out about it late, as I explained. So then we researched to try to find out. As soon as we found out about it, we started figuring out what the best way to do it was. And then when we had a good solution, we let you know about it.
Thank you.
But the end of service. So on one hand, that's, again, I'll be very clear. The prior iterations of this IBM server, it never got to an end of service state. So we got to correct that, because it's never happened before. And this IBM server is integral to operations, not just registry operations. The revenues that get collected benefit not just the county, the state, and also the recording of the documents. But, through the chair, and again, I hear what you said, Peter, about, it's not directed at you, it's just thrown out there. When was the first, if IBM buried it, when was their first notice that you better be aware that this January 31st, 2026 end date is coming?
Do we want to go over every detail? I can supply all this information. Is that the purpose of this meeting? Or should the register and I have an off feed meeting to go over all of this information? That's up to you, commissioners. Is the point to disparage the IT department, or is the point to
No.
get to solve the crisis?
The point is to solve the crisis, but I'm also trying to understand how the crisis happened.
Well,
Because if the IBM put out information in September of 2024, and you said it was buried, okay, maybe it was buried, but how does someone not pick that up who's supposedly monitoring dates? When did it not become buried?
we found out about it in the summer, but we found it on a blog.
Summer of,
2025, we found out about it.
but IBM came out with it in September 2024, didn't it?
When you look backwards, you can see that it was there, but it was not in the normal place. So again,
Yeah,
Mr. Chairman, do you want to go over every particular here? Is that the point of this meeting?
I don't believe that that's the point, because it's not that I guess we want to get into the minutiae. We've got to correct this, which we all agree. I'm reading the general law. I think it's a perfect place to start and petition the Secretary of State and or the state on how we can get these funds so we can keep going. And then if you, in your spare time, want to go back and list, I'm sure there's voluminous emails and other things back and forth. We're here to say today, is there any reason we can't use this? And finance it?
Pursuant to, again, there needs to be a sense of urgency. I know in March when Sam had thrown out the need, how do you solve it money-wise? The most immediate money-wise situation was to either have it presented at a supplemental. We had over $1.5 million through fiscal 26 at the time in March come through, and I've never authorized the use of it. I said, well, we could use the current deeds excise from the registry or the deeds excise amount. And again, just because it's being held in escrow doesn't mean it can't be used. There's $4.3 million, and a court has already said that it was illegal for that money to be taken out of the deeds excise fund, and a court said it was illegal to prevent the registry from using it, that it can't be used and taken by other entities. So we could have used that. Or, as Sam's in charge of his budget, said, we don't know what the capital monies are for the county, or put in a request. And Sam on April 8th, because we came looking for money, which we didn't get. And again, we had to keep coming back. We came back in May, and thank Commissioner Stady for at least, trying to get us more money just to finish the year. But when Sam was making his presentation on April 8th, Director Cronin said, no, we're going to go through the tech fund. So there was a lot of jumping off points to get this money in as soon as possible to address this. I agree with you, Mr. Chair. This is a huge problem. It's never happened before at the registry. It's never gone to an end of service state. And again, to allow this to happen at such an integral, operational equipment, it's just mismanagement. We got to solve it. So to your point, I get your letter, even though I think there was a motion made by Commissioner Stady, seconded by Commissioner Collins on April 8th, to have Director Cronin send a letter to me about the tech fund. He never sent the letter to me. You did on April 24th, and you gave me till May 8th to get going. And we did. We've corresponded with the Secretary's office. They have some issues. There's been conversation. So we'll keep moving forward. But there is kind of I'm trying to solve it. I'm just trying to understand. I'm not having any answers as to, well, okay, Sam, well, here, who monitors the dates? Because I was informed Deputy Chief Information Officer Caparata monitors all these end of service licensing agreements when contracts are expiring. Who monitors the IBM expiration date?
I'll do.
Okay.
Joe, I have a question. That's okay.
Commissioner Collins.
So, Bill, you said you've talked to the Secretary of State and about the technology fund.
I communicated with you.
Okay, so have you filed a request to the Register's Technology Fund for the registry IBM upgrade?
You know, I've written a letter to them, but there's things that need to be looked at by them. One of it is just it's the Register's Technology Fund. I'm not the Secretary of State, so there's an issue here. With great fanfare, you eliminated the registry IT department. Not going to relitigate that or debate it. Well, but it affects it, Peter. You asked for a question. You asked me a question.
No, you're not answering the question.
If you give me a chance to answer it, I will. They have to look at, you're a county entity. So they have issues they have to look at. I'm not the Secretary of State. I'm not their office. As far as I'm concerned, whatever role, once they, first of all, it's not as simple as county director made it out, you just apply for the tech fund. There's always some nuance here that I think but I will answer the question. The issue is you have a county IT department and the money is for the benefit of the registry. Now, I see benefits to fixing this problem. We have to fix this problem. It should never have gotten here. And I'm disappointed. And I appreciate Sam says it's the county, IT department. But let me tell you, the buck stops with County Director Cronin, who took over and supervised
I'm going to ask my question again.
Well,
here's my question.
Okay.
Do you intend to submit a request to the Register's Technology Fund to pay for the registry IBM upgrade?
Did you write that question?
I did.
Wow,
right there. Yes or no?
Oh, you want a yes or no
Please.
question?
Yes. Do you intend to submit a request to the Register's Technology Fund to pay for the registry IBM upgrade?
So I'm talking to a person who, when we made a request for $35,000, misinformed the advisory board saying that we didn't provide information.
The answer is yes or no, Register. Do you intend to submit
a
request to the Register Technology Fund to pay for the registry IBM
If you think a yes or no is the way to get where you want, I'm trying to tell you, we communicated with the secretary, and I have no issues trying to solve this problem with tech fund monies. But it's not my money to give out. So we're working on it, Peter. It's not as simple as you said. And let me get this straight. You authorized, we put a request in for $35,000. We gave information, and even an advisory board member, when he was doing his math, came up with $26,000. But we really gave information that we could have used 30, and you come up with
Register, I've
5,000.
asked you the question 3 times.
Yeah, well,
You haven't answered yes or no. I think this is
the
over.
intention.
I'm gonna move that we move on to item 8, personnel matters.
Well, maybe,
If I could, can I say something?
yeah. Well, they control it. You've got no say in it. Come on, Commissioner State. I think you do, but let's end the debate. You have nothing to say.
I'm just
right?
listening.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Good.
So what I'm hearing, okay, this is what I'm hearing. We have an IT department that the county does run, good or bad, right or wrong. We took that on as part of the Abraham report, as we recall. In fact, I remember I was one of the ones who said, let's go a little slower. Remember I said, maybe have a hybrid model? I had said, let's do hybrid, kind of ease into it, but we wanted to go faster, and that's the way it goes. So, all right, we moved on. I don't know if anyone had the vision to think about something like this when we put the consolidation of the IT into a department of Sam's. And I'm not trying to disparage Sam. I like Sam. I like all the people here. I like you. I do. We've had a disagreement, but I know deep down there's a good Billy O'Donnell. He's there, right? So just listen for a second. For the good of the county, just listen. So
Just because I filed suit against you doesn't make me bad.
I'm not saying So you said you wrote to the Secretary of State.
Right.
Okay. So my question would have been first, if I may, when did you write? Can you give me a date on it?
I've communicated a couple of no, it was May 7th was the first communication,
Okay.
and there's been communication since.
Okay.
And there was also communication relative that, hey, this meeting's coming up. We got to solve this problem.
Right.
So we're working on that. It's not a yes or no question, which is to me a poor way of
When you wrote
structuring
that
it.
letter, was it to say to the Secretary of State, we have a problem in the county?
Oh.
It's not per se registry money, but it's an IT issue. Can the funds be used? Is that something he needs to get counsel or say? Are we going to get the auditor involved? Are we going to? I mean,
That's up to them. I'm not the Secretary of State. I'm sure there's always legal ramifications on any request because this is so unique. for better or worse, and again, respectfully, in December of 2021, we did bring up that if we're going to do consolidation, just you got to watch the IBM server. It's the most important thing. It was brought up, but respectfully, it's unique because other registries have IT departments, have their own on-site direct report to the register IT departments. So this is unique in the sense that we're a registry that doesn't. But to me, the problem needs to be solved. I think the problem could have been solved quickly, more quickly, back in March when Sam broached, what about monies? We gave our possible solutions because the monies were there. During fiscal 26, we had collected millions of dollars, the registry share, which I know doesn't get respected by some people at the county, but there was monies there. There was monies in the deeds excise fund, that $4.2 million that's been, taken out of the deeds excise fund and put in another account. We could have grabbed the 215,000 or if it's more money, as Sam says now, then. And then Sam on April 8th was trying to solve the problem. He was in here making a presentation to you that he needed money, and it didn't happen. The county director recommended that we go with the tech funds. So, yeah.
Taking the money out of that money that's been parked probably is, what's the right word here? Not debatable. I'm trying to think of what the word, but because it's under a lawsuit, we're not allowed to touch it. We may not be allowed to touch it. That's just to park that over here for a minute, just for a minute. So what I was thinking was, if you wrote to the Secretary of State, would it hurt if we wrote also to the Secretary of State in conjunction with Registrar's letter saying, we have an issue, we have a problem, we need to access this funds. I know technically reading the statute, it looks like for the Registry of Deeds, but it is going to be for the Registry of Deeds, which is we'd be writing a letter in conjunction with him. What's the harm in doing that?
Probably none, but you may not get an answer, but you might. I'm not.
That's right, a letter.
I would say
We're trying to develop a framework to solve this.
right. So you wrote
Not a yes or no, Peter. You want yes or no. It's a framework to try to get this thing solved. I would actually say there's more urgency. I know Sam did touch on it. The longer you let this thing go, this isn't fine wine. It's not going to get better. We've never reached an end of service. And maybe you paid extra money to get extra maintenance, but you're not getting, we don't get patches, right? Or do we now? No, we don't get patches. That's a security aspect, not just to the money we collect, but, I'm afraid the documents have integrity to people's homes. We have to protect the records that the IBM is very involved in.
I understand it. And I understand that totally. Would it be appropriate for us to get a copy of your letter or just something that you sent so that we could say in support of Registrar O'Donnell?
I forwarded what Commissioner Shea had sent to me.
Okay.
On the 24th.
To Secretary of State.
I forwarded. Now it raises questions, and also Peter, you have a yes or no thing, and I'll frame a yes or no. Can we have a meeting when Director Cronin is here? Because of all the dates I gave him to meet, I find it, disappointing that he's not here because he's in charge of the the information technology. The buck should stop with him, and he should answer some of these questions. I respect Sam. I respect that he's, coming here saying the IT should have watched it, but, I just find it, of all the dates that were given, the county director's not here.
I can't speak to that. I don't want to get into that. We have Bill Buckley here. Bill is fine.
I was born on those. Yes, I have to say that every time.
But anyway, listen, I think we're both kind of saying in a way that there is an issue here, and turning away or burying heads of Sam's not going to solve it. Sam said there's a problem. The registrar's saying there's a problem. We got to solve it. The way to do it, I would say, first step, draft a letter, get a Secretary of State, let him know we got a problem. Second thing, follow up with that if we can, and then start thinking about some alternative. We got to find some way to get some money for this. We can't let it go into unattended.
Mr. Chair.
Right, and okay, go ahead, Bill.
Oh, no, do you want? Oh, well,
Go ahead.
Assistant Director, Buckley acting County Director today.
Yeah, there you go.
Whatever.
I think, there's been a good deal of discussion here, and it's heartened that you, from my perspective, you're all rowing in the same direction, right? We understand this needs to be remedied. We know that you've used tech funds the previous iteration to do the IBM upgrade. We know it's a mechanism legislatively created to address the IBM server. Is completely utilized by the Registry of Deeds. We know the Secretary of State has great people on their staff and is clearly aware of this issue because of initial letters. I think it would be, if we're talking about how to address and remedy the situation as fast as possible, I think it would be great if the Register put in a tech fund request. You guys put in a letter supporting that. And I mean, I think it, given the nature of which we've just talked about, knowing the Secretary of State staff, I would assume they would act very quickly on it.
It would help a great deal, Bill, if you put a letter in and then we backed it up with our own letter. And that would at least get the process rolling at the Secretary of State. I respect the points you made, and I understand things get maybe overlooked, maybe they don't. Maybe there are flags that aren't paid attention to. I don't know, but that's not going to solve. We can't go back. We're here in June. What's today? June 17th? I mean, we've got to get this thing squared away, and you've got a fund you can access. And it'd be great if you could do that.
May I suggest that we sit down with Sam, because these processes in the past, no one's asked my input, we're frozen out. But we did it in 2019. We did it in 2011. We've had other upgrades that have been successful. Those processes, we started like 2 years out. So we got a lot of work to do. So, I saw what was written, by Commissioner Shea that was forwarded to the Secretary's office. We need to get more details, like, the devil's in the details. So, it's not just a matter of writing a letter. It's also, making sure everything, what's the program? Who's been talked to? What vendors have been talked to solve this problem? What is the details? What is their recommendation? And they said, we got to also make sure that other vendors that are stakeholders have a say. So I think we got to sit down
with the registrar and go over those kind of things.
When I sent a memo in
Yep.
January, I was open the entire time for conversations rather than aspersions of blame. And I stand open at the same time.
if we wanted to go down there, this should have been updated back in September. Planning should have started in September 24, but there's again been misplaced priorities. If we were running the registry IT department, we would have been on it because we were on it every time. We started this. You keep invoking Jim Limby's name. Jim Limby would never let it reach an end of service date. And the only reason he went 2 series up is because we were implementing it before any expiration date. So I'm not here to cast anything, dispersions. Just own up to the fact that the ball was dropped and there were misplaced priorities. And I'm not blaming you. That's why I want Director Cronin here, because while you're relocating a disaster recovery office, that was a big priority back in 2024. You should have been planning for this. While you're opening a disaster recovery office in Walpole with no certificate of occupancy, you should have been planning for this. So, if people don't like what's being said, it's because I don't like the fact that we run the registry, but we don't run the registry. We're at the mercy of other people. And as Paul Newman said in the verdict, when the judge was trying his cases and asking questions, Paul Newman, who was the lawyer in the verdict, went up to the judge and said, if you're going to try my case, judge, don't lose it for me. If you're going to try to run the registry, don't run it into the ground.
Great movie.
It was a great movie.
Look,
A little before my time.
let's
Good movie.
crisis, call it anything you want, call it oversight, call it the demurrage, which took too long too. And, maybe Sam doesn't have as much registry of deeds expertise because it's kind of a specialty. There are other people there. What's the difference? This clearly sounds like it would be helpful if we had this money to draw on. I have 2 questions. We can only go to a certain point because we can't sit around just because we haven't heard from Bill Gelb, especially in election year. And if we're not going to use this, we'll put this down and then keep all this background. But we got to bird dog everyone to say, how we doing? We got to do, if it's a crisis, because you don't want to wake up and, have it not functioning.
I'll renew my conversations with the person that we deal with, who's the director of the registries, and we'll go from there. And again, I appreciate what Sam's doing, and he may be a little sensitive on it, but Sam's out running the IT stuff at the golf course here, the Aggie School. I'm more disappointed in the people who are supposed to be watching the registry infrastructure under their IT command. And that's why I asked the question, if I have the information wrong, how come they missed it? I mean, you could say the buck stops with Sam or the buck stops with County Director Cronin. Those are fair questions. But in fairness to Sam, the people that are or a person that's supposed to be watching the registry IT, should,
This is,
Through you, Mr. Chair, if I may.
this is unfair.
Respectfully, obviously, you have timeline before you in your packet. The registrar has a different read on that timeline. That's not going to effectuate a good outcome for this IBM upgrade, continuing to relitigate it, despite the fact that we did have many opportunities for meetings. I think it's heartening to hear that the registrar wants to re-engage, I'm assuming, with Director McCarthy up at the Secretary of State's office. I would think a request to fund this and would be acted upon in short order by the Secretary's staff, given the nature of this integral part of the registry. So I think it sounds like the three commissioners are wholeheartedly in support of any application for deeds excise funds.
Yeah.
Not deed.
No, not that.
IT.
Technology funds.
Got it.
So
Got it.
I think perhaps if the register wants to circle back, we can put this on the agenda next week. If you want to speak to your counterparts, Secretary of the Commonwealth's office, and then develop a request for tech funds. I'm sure this.
I can't commit to next week. We'll get on it right away. Have you spoken to Mr. McCarthy or anyone from the Secretary's office?
Not on this one.
I'm sorry, Marguerite. Did you have a question?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay,
All right, so where we leave it? We're going to continue this maybe next week. We're down to the deadline. Mr. O'Donnell has agreed to perhaps reach out again.
Oh, I have no problem. I sent a letter yesterday. I mean, I sent another letter yesterday,
So
But what do we do? Are we
write a letter?
well, I'll take a motion. What do you want to do?
I haven't.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to,
Thanks, Bill.
Yeah, thank you.
now that we all know we have a crisis, I don't want to let it just linger.
I would
And come in September and say, yeah, I told you about this in April.
Mr. Chair, I would think the process would be, in my understanding, that the register would have to submit a request for funds from the tech fund. So if the register's reaching out to the Secretary of the Commonwealth's office, we can wait to hear back from him when he's gotten enough information. If he decides to move forward with tech fund application, I'm sure that at the next available meeting, the body will jump on.
Can we send a letter ourselves or not doing it?
I would think we would wait until you talk to your counterparts.
All right.
We're trying to develop a framework. I already raised questions about the details that you need to put everything in place to make sure you have enough money and all that stuff and what's going in, what vendors are. So, we move forward, but also the state secretary has a role in this thing.
Oh, of course, but the role is often, you've been quite successful in getting money from the tech funds. One would assume that once you begin a dialogue with them, he's not going to hold it up for this purpose. I think I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because
I can't speak for the secretary, but remember all those other requests that, as you point out, I've been quite successful at. They don't happen overnight. There's planning with it. There's detail. There's thoroughness, and it's not just the secretary. You got to deal with the IT at the state level, and then get to the state legislature, get into the ways and means, all that stuff. So it's a process, but at the same time, what makes this unique is those other times that I've requested tech fund monies is we had a registry IT department. I wasn't requesting money from anybody else but the registry IT department and the registry. Again, you're right. They may not see that, or maybe they do because I haven't heard back on that issue, and hopefully it isn't an issue in the sense that it's for the benefit. I disagree with, I think it was Commissioner Collins was echoing what Director Cronin had said, that it's 100%. This is 100% on the registry. I mean, everyone benefits from it. The state benefits from it. The county benefits from the operations that the IBM puts
But the
forth. So,
operations themselves are all registry operations. There's no, that
Well,
server
it-
doesn't
it-
have like weights and measures or.
yeah, and that's why I see a pathway to getting this thing. I can't say it anymore. It's a crisis. It's an epic failure, in my opinion. It should never have happened. That being said, it has to get solved. And,
So
I hear what
you're-
you're saying.
you're-
I just, it's kind of ironic that, it's probably more than 15,000, over $250,000. You're looking for me to help get money, and I'm happy to do it. But when Marguerite Lee and myself come over here with $178 in our account for printing and ask for a mere 35, and we had backup data to show what we needed, contrary to what was said, and give us 5. I just want to understand that, because to me, it seems like, what do they say in my neighborhood? It seems like they have names for that, people like that. One way streets.
Life is full of ironies.
Isn't it? It is kind of ironic, but we move forward and we got to solve the problem.
All right.
I echo that.
Let's
And
move forward on this one.
Exactly.
Let's get the problem solved. We have to do that for the good, for the public good as well. So we know we have to do. All right. Mr. Chairman.
Okay, we're gonna work together here to get this solved.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll wait to go back from your efforts, and if we're happy to advocate as well to the Secretary's office.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Take it easy.
Billy,
Item
good luck
num-
this afternoon. I'm gonna try to come over. I mean, I'll make it though. All right.
Item number 8, personnel matters for consideration.
Through you, Mr. Chair, you have a number of personnel matters, including the gentleman we just heard from a few moments ago, Mr. Richard P. Giannetti, who you will appoint Deputy Facilities Director on the next page.
Wait, so do we want to go down the list?
Yeah, go down.
Let's just get on the list.
We'll
Just
get-
introduce him.
I was like, we're jumping around again. All right.
Right,
I'm going to move forward as quickly as I can here with respect to the individuals. We have the Wallace Recreational Facility. I move a notice of contingent employment for Brendan Curran as a seasonal golf associate, rate stated effective dates 6/18/26. So moved.
Second.
motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
It is.
I have a notice of termination with John Sassy as a seasonal golf associate at the rate stated effective date 6/12/26. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote.
Norfolk County Agricultural High School. I have 2 notice of job changes. First, for Elise Andressen as a student summer camp at the rate stated effective 7/6/26. Same thing for Claudia Chambat, and that is for the rate stated 7/6/26. I'll move those together as a motion. So moved.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote.
All right, I have 3 I'm going to take together for notice of rehire. First, Grace Cunningham. Second, Julian Sennett. And third, Paige Snyder. They're all for the student at summer camps, and the effective date for them is 7/6/26. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote. Yeah,
And the next group is 4 I'm going to take together. Notice of contingent employment for Dahila Young Schuster, Mia Rossi, Olivia Emhoff, and Edward Martin Jr. Again, there are 3 of them are students, summer camp, 1 is student labor. The rate is stated, and the effective date for the student summer camps is 7/6/26. For Mr. Martin Jr., it's 7/6/22/26. So moved.
Second.
motion made and seconded, all in favor?
All right. Now,
Next,
we have
maintenance.
a notice of promotion of Richard Giannetti as Deputy Facility Director at the rate stated. The effective date is 6/17/28. That's today. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you.
And the other one is the notice of termination of Kevin Mason as carpenter. And that was effective date 6/14/26. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye. Where's the electrician?
last week.
Okay,
He just came in.
all right, all right. Payroll expense warrant.
I think it made it over to you. There you go.
Yeah.
Got it.
Mr. Chairman, you want me to read the warrant list?
I do.
Okay. Warrant list.
We're not gonna do the second termination or the first
What?
termination?
No, we did the termination.
I did it, didn't I?
It's done.
Yep.
We did it.
All set.
There's only one.
Okay.
All right. Payroll and expense. Mr. Chairman, please read the following for approval for a warrant list of 6/17/26. Now we have 5 of them altogether. First one, move approval of the payroll of the county, 26-50.2, the sum $1,421.50. So moved.
Second.
Motion made second, all in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote. Next.
Second, I move approval of the payroll of the county, 26-50, the sum $152,316.06. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote.
Third, I move approval of sales tax of the golf course on 6/16/26 for the sum $3,907.77. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote.
Next, I move for expense for the county line CTY 060326 for the expense of the county, the sum $97,056.08. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote.
And last item, expense for the county, 060326A, the sum $2,148.56. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
All right,
Aye.
that concludes that. Yeah.
Thank you. Payroll expense warrants, that includes that, right?
Yes, sir. All done.
Number 10, fiscal 26 year-end department transfer.
Again, Mr. Chairman, as that staff member is ill, we'll put that on next week's agenda.
Motion
The table.
to table.
Till next week.
Seconded,
Oh, second, yeah.
all in
Yes.
vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that item is taken. Next. Number 11. Intermunicipal agreement between the town of Norfolk and the county of Norfolk for weights and measures inspections for fiscal year 27-29. Hello, Bill.
Commissioners.
Through you, Mr. Chair, our relentless push across the county for weights and measures expansion has had another fruitful campaign in the town of Norfolk, as they pronounce it. Out there, we had a great meeting with the select board on Monday night. They were very enthusiastic, not only about joining weights and measures because we made them a deal, but also about trying to dialogue with us about for additional things they can do with us as a county. I think there's a lot of interest among the managers and the electeds on various boards, especially in the western part of the county where the communities are sort of smaller, to work collectively. So I think the level of dialogue is going up in this regional space, which is exciting. As I told you, we have a few towns we're chasing. There's another middle-sized town where we're hearing rumblings about a retirement of a sealer about, so we're chasing them aggressively as well. But we're very glad to have the Norfolk IMA before you. It is identical to the IMAs for Needham and Franklin, except for the time. It's a 3-year contract, and the price is a little lower as there are not that many actual devices. They have no supermarkets. They only have 2 gas stations. They have a little market, Donna Anna's, which is very nice. It's in the old Tyler's building, if I date myself. But with that, yeah, we had a great meeting with them, and it's before you, and we'll begin Bill July 1 with, I believe.
Correct.
Yeah.
How do you feel about going to Norfolk?
Very exciting.
All right, yeah.
This is our
Is this number
seventh
7?
town.
Seven.
Seventh town, Commissioner. Yes.
Yeah.
We goes through it to get to one thing with Franklin,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
Well, it's not too bad, but you know,
We,
Way.
we were on the way today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Down at Relic Farms in Franklin. So
it's exciting. You know, have another town. It's good.
I had gas at a gas pump that you autographed.
thank you.
I look for that
You know,
feel everywhere I go. I love seeing that Norfolk County feel. You know, it's a great thing.
Thank you.
Great
We love
thing.
being the forward face of the county.
Yeah, it's great.
We
No,
love
it's great.
expanding this program. So.
Do we need to vote this, Mr. Chairman?
Accepted or?
Or is it?
the vote would be to
Ratify?
authorize the county director to sign on your
That's
behalf.
what I thought.
And
Okay.
then we'll be starting July 1.
So move, Richard.
I move that, be pleased to move that we authorize John Cronin as our county director to enter into an intermunicipal agreement between the town of Norfolk and the county of Norfolk for weights and measures for fiscal years 27 through 29. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
All right.
It is a vote.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
Keep up the great work. Great to see you. Always
Thank you,
good.
you as well.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Billy.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.
Chairman.
Number 12, report from the procurement department on any bid openings and contract awards. Maureen.
Yes.
All right.
So,
Hello.
hello there.
What do we have today?
Patrick Higgins of our engineering department has come before me to request permission to enter into contract with Teagan Bond, who offers GIS, geographical info systems, mapping, things like that for their department, and also provide some training for them. So he has an agreement from them and a price of not to exceed $9,900.
Yeah, are you recommending that?
I do recommend it. Yeah, I did look it over, and they seem to be a leader in the field and will do remote training.
Diane Bond?
Mhm.
Yeah. I've seen them around.
Yeah,
Oh, they're
When you go to
huge.
conferences, you see them, you know.
They're huge in the eastern end of the county,
yeah,
especially when it comes to seawalls.
That's great.
They've been in Quincy for 20 years.
yeah. With them in Worcester in the past too.
So what are they going to, they're going to be training Patrick's staff?
Yes,
or-
and setting up some mapping. They have that expertise to
Okay.
set up maps and install them and
Okay.
manipulate the data for Patrick and his staff, who will also learn how to do that.
Great.
Yeah.
And it's a contract is for a year, right?
There really is. It's supposed to be done within 6 weeks,
6 weeks. Okay.
but yeah, they should get their training in shortly.
I move we approve the contract to Ty and Bond, provide GIS map development, configuration, training services, and related information and training to our engineering department. The fee is set not to exceed $9,900, and it's as outlined in this document contained here and recommended by our purchasing department. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Yeah, it is a vote. Thank
Thank you.
And you want to sign this, all right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, we're working.
I'll come back again.
Hey, you do see them. I think when you go to conferences sometimes, you see them.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to know. Great. Where are they at? What's Ty and Bond out of? Do you know?
Pardon?
What's their corporate headquarters over there?
Sure.
Are they-
I
what
think
is it?
they had a
Boston,
big
too?
presence in Worcester, but I'm not really sure where they're from.
For
originally.
Ty and Bond?
Yeah, where are they from? Do you know?
The local office is in Worcester.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
Patrick,
Oh,
good job.
hi, Patrick.
How you doing,
Right.
commissioners?
I didn't know you were there. I didn't even know you were there, Patrick.
The next one, Patrick also, Joe, request for survey services for the town of Dover.
I have a copy here of the letter.
Oh, okay. Right. What's that about? What is that? It kinda
Safe
ties
routes.
in.
It's safe routes to school. So the town of Dover, it's the Dover Shelbourne Middle School and High School entrance on Farm Street. It's all in Dover, located in Dover, Mass. It's a regional school, but it's from the front entrance of the school, safe access out to the main road right out front on Farm Road with a crossing to connect to other sidewalks. So we'd be providing the base mapping to go out to design. They're looking for grant funding through Safe Routes to School.
It's a pretty large program nationally that allows for the building of sidewalks and crosswalks and things like that to encourage more students in the area of a school to walk to school.
So just a question. I mean, it's just ironic. We just signed a contract with Ty Bond. Is that related to this or is this something different?
No, that's a separate issue. So I could speak to that. That was for the through the state contract. The state already put out the bid contracts for IT project services and geographic information systems.
Yep.
And then from that, there's approved vendors from the state contract list. So I went to that contract list, put out a request for price quotes, and Ty and Bond seemed to be the most responsive and reasonable price that we got back. And it had already been vetted out through the state contract, and so we didn't have to put it out to bid. And then with that, we're going to create a new GIS map, like the map we have of the county that you see in the main foyer area of the administration. That's just a PDF print. This is going to be more of this. There's new software, and the software we had was antiquated and outdated. So we're moving to a new platform with the GIS software, and we need training on it. And they're going to help us recreate the new map using the current data that is available at Mass GIS, Mass DOT, Mass DEP, and it's going to have all the towns in it, and it's going to have functionality moving forward that we hope to grow as time goes on.
You know, new map, we'll have to have new photos, right?
Well, that's yep. So let's get the map done first.
You know, no, but that service of that is different from this.
Yes,
That's what I'm
completely
trying to say.
separate. Yep. So
All right,
and
great.
This will give them the base plan to a lot. It'll probably give them a better shot at a good
And-
plan.
Yeah, great.
one of the first projects will be to create a map that depicts all the towns that have weights and measure programs.
Ah, all right.
How's that?
Great idea. I don't know where you
Sounds
got it.
good.
I think I got that from somebody sitting at the table.
Brilliant.
We need a motion to approve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I move that we approve the request of the town of Dover, right? That had sought from the Commissioner's Office Engineering Department for them to perform topo detail surveys, both on site and along roadway for related work as outlined. And it's effective this date. I move that approval.
Second.
Motion made and seconded when providing engineering assistance to town of Dover. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. that-
What date that's today?
Thank you, Pat.
Thank you, commissioners.
Thanks,
We'll
John.
be-
We'll do this after. We have to sign that one.
Number 12,
That's being signed. Thank you.
Thank you.
report of the county director.
Through you, Mr. Chair, just a few things. We are now about 6 months towards the end of ARPA, where everything needs to be fully spent. So we're working with
Right.
our vendor CLA to really close out all of the grants. There's about 8 to 10 towns that are completely done. They've spent every cent. They filled out every form. They've done all the monitoring, and they're put to bed. And there's another 2/3. About a third of them have one project that's still active, and about a third have more than one project that's still active. So we're beginning to institute sort of check-ins with these towns and their staff to see where they are, and to move the ball forward there. So obviously, what we don't want is to be chasing people at Christmas time for sure. So we will be much more deliberate. And we've had initial conversations with some folks, getting people. Some of them are just as simple as checking this project is complete box.
Yeah.
And just to kind of put them to bed. So we're beginning that process. That'll go on throughout the summer.
Mhm.
And we'll probably be updating you as we move forward. I think we'll be in very good shape around the end of the summer as well.
Are we getting any, I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, may I ask a question?
Yes.
Are we getting any money back?
We're tracking that now. A lot of it is they have to declare that they don't need it for the project. So that's where the kind of, hey, are you done? Have you spent it all? That's where that luck comes.
Are we still able, if that's possible, to shift it to another town?
If they have
Or-
an
The application. Okay.
So
Right.
so that process will go forward. Obviously, we're working with weights and measures and engineering are doing some great things in the regional service. And they have a big, busy summer of work ahead of them as well. Other things, we'll just announce, I think we're looking to put some flags out in buildings around the 4th. So we're sprucing up a little, given it's the centennial of the nation. John will probably have more. I would point out that in this office, we have amongst ourselves been collecting money for the James Quigley GoFundMe for the active duty Denham police officer who passed away
That's what I'm looking
from
for.
cancer.
Right.
So again, right here. I know you're probably gonna adjourn in his honor today, but he's an officer trying to put something together for that.
Yep.
Other than that, I don't have anything else.
So you're collecting that for us to give
Questions
to
for
them?
Yeah, we'll do that. As you know, we're approaching fiscal new year, so many of your staff are hard at work, including Maureen and her team, and Phil and the other department head Sam. to make sure we close everything out, reserve what we need to reserve, and go through this sort of annual process in this time of year. Yes.
Quick question, if I could. Needham, Westwood, Franklin, Canton, what am I missing?
Needham, I have to think of the map in my head. Needham, Westwood,
Yeah.
Dedham,
Okay.
Canton,
Oh, Dad?
Yeah.
Okay, let's,
Rentham, Franklin, Norfolk.
okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay.
And
With Rentham.
a few others we're working with.
We got a few others that are coming on board.
Yeah,
Right.
a lot of them, a couple of them may end their contracts at the end of the calendar year with the state and join up with us.
Great.
There's we have had some dialogue. There have been some interested parties outside of the county, but it's important as we keep telling the managers, we have space to take you if you're county community. I know some of the larger communities in the eastern part of the county have had some turnover, but we're just monitoring that. And in the event a community finds themselves in a tight spot, moving someone goes out on a leave, we can slide in and help them too, which is very good. And that's all I have.
Okay, do we have anything further for Director
We are meeting.
Buckley?
Yeah, meeting next week, right?
Meeting next
Yeah.
week. And then we have item 15, Joe, the emergency.
Correct.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I have just two things. One very sad.
Oh,
I hope that we can come up with a date for a summer schedule by next week
Mhm.
and give people notice. And that's minor. But before we adjourn, I want to bring up a sad case here. Dedham police officer Jim Quigley passed away from cancer this past week. Died last Friday after a long battle with cancer. He joined the Dedham Police Department in 2015 as a patrol officer, was promoted to detective after 2 years. Spent several years conducting drawn-out investigation, which required advanced training and knowledge. In August 22, Quigley was promoted to sergeant for the Dedham Police Department. He proudly served as an advocate for domestic violence victims while leading the effort to develop a program for law enforcement officers to support victims. So Sergeant Quigley is the father of 2 children, and Dedham has been grieving his death for the past week. So we want to join with the town in honoring the Quigley family. So we're going to adjourn this meeting
Before we
bother
adjourn.
in his memory, huh?
Yeah, we have one more thing to do under that item.
We do.
Yes. Through Mr.
I
Chair,
was not going to forget.
I would make a recommendation that the
Recommend.
board accept the blue papers for Laura Dutton to the move into the position of head administrative clerk, and Ms. Janice Cahill to move into the position of land court administrator. So blue papers given to us. That ends.
Thank you.
You want to make the motion?
I'll move it. Yeah, move the approval as read.
You need these?
You need-
Second.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Okay, motion second on the promotion of Lauren Dutton
And Janice Cahill.
as the head administrative clerk, registry of deeds. Motion accepted. On the motion, please. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Unanimous. Okay, there's one. Number 2, I didn't look at it yet.
There you go. These two go together. That's number 2.
Oh, you got the old one there too. Right.
Right.
Okay, be careful with that old.
Right.
Second promotion to registry, Janice Cahill of Foxborough, Mass. Has been promoted to land court administrator. And I'm gonna sign the piece of paper today. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks, John.
John.
I
And
know.
then we're
Send
adjourning,
those over.
adjourning,
Those
in
days
in memory of,
And we'll.
Move to adjourn,
Notice that
Mr. Chair, I will be adjourned in memory of
Sergeant Jim Quigley. Yeah,
Sergeant Quigley.
Devon
Yeah.
Police.
Time was 3:05.
second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
All right.
We are adjourned. Thank you very much.